Well, good morning. It is Thursday, and we're back in storm alert weather mode. Of course, yesterday it was all about the snow. This morning we have flurries, bitterly cold temperatures, and dangerous wind chills. So here's a look at some of our viewer snow reports from yesterday. Generally anywhere from about 3 inches in Mulberry Mountain. That was kind of the peak of snow accumulation, to about 1 to 2 north of Chattanooga. Even here in North Chattanooga, we have 1.5 officially. I think the airport guide 0.8, so just under an inch, which brings the yearly total to level field at 4.1 inches, and the rest of the area about 2 inches. All of that melted by the time we got into the afternoon, so it was pretty manageable snow. Came down, roads never got bad, and then it all melted by the afternoon. So hopefully you, the kids, got to enjoy it, because it's wrapped up, at least the accumulating snow has, but we've had flurries all morning. Here's a look at your radar, and again, this is recorded at 7:30, but we have some snow streamers coming in to parts of Walker, Dade, Jackson, DeKalb counties up through Marion and Grundy. Probably going to be a chance for a couple areas to get a light dusting, especially along the plateau, Walden Ridge, places like Signal, Cagle, Monteagle, all going to be possible. Even here in North Chattanooga, we had a bout of moderate snow, which led to some light accumulations on some of our elevated surfaces. So the parking lot, the deck. I say elevated, but the parking lot's on the ground. So not really going to cause any issues, I think, but there still could be some black ice from yesterday, some of that melt off. Been some heavier snow to our north, and sorry if I kind of sound clogged up. I've been pretty congested. But here's a look at your current radar. Again, we have this little shortwave system coming in. It's been coming down pretty good across the Smoky Mountains up towards Boone. Gatlinburg's already got a couple inches. So if you're traveling up 75 into the Tri-Cities, Knoxville, Morristown, there's going to be some slick spots on the roadways, and we have that northwest flow giving us some snow showers across portions of even Hamilton County this morning. So here's a look at your current view from US 27. You can see an occasional flake. Earlier, like a snow globe. If you were watching us for our morning show, right around 7, we ended it outside on our porch. It was coming down pretty good, but now it's just a couple flakes here and there. Looks like there's some white tops on some of the mountains there, or some of the houses up on Signal are going up towards Walden Ridge. So, it does look like we could have some additional flurries. You can still see those flakes coming down, but if you go into North Georgia, much of the same, just a few flakes here and there. The winds are whipping. It's bitterly cold. We have cold weather advisories in effect in that light blue shade for our entire coverage area. Winter storm advisories to our east into the Smoky Mountains and parts of western North Carolina. So it is going to be cold, and as you're stepping out, not comfortable. Let's see, here in North Chattanooga, it's 21 as of 7:34, 23 at the airport, 23 in Cleveland, teens into Dayton, Athens, and Altamont. So just bitterly cold out there. Wind chills in the single digits in places like Blue Ridge, Murphy, Athens, Dayton, but look at that, Altamont, 1 degree. So Cumberland Plateau, Walden Ridge, some of the mountains down in northwest Georgia, down through Lookout, Mentone down in DeKalb County, up on Mentone Mountain. Bitterly cold. Big Frog over towards the eastern part of our area, all feeling with wind chills closer to 0. So it is a frigid morning, and here's the thing. Our average high this time of the year, usually mid to upper 50s. We're going to struggle to get out of the 20s today, even here in Chattanooga. Wind chill is going to be in the teens all day long, so it's going to be a very cold day. And then as we get into the evening, sun goes down, temperatures drop. By tomorrow morning, wind chills could be even colder because temperatures are going to be colder. We're talking anywhere from 0 to 10 degrees here in the valley, and anywhere from -5 to 0 degrees in some of our higher elevations. So once again, Friday morning, going to be a bone-chillingly cold morning across the Tennessee Valley. Here's a look at some of those actual lows. Actually, let's look at your highs really quick. Highs today generally going to be in the 20s and low 30s. Some areas may get just above freezing. And lows tonight going to drop down into the teens and maybe even single digits in places like Altamont and Spencer. So drip your faucets. Check on your family. Make sure everyone has a warm, safe place to stay. Pets, dogs, cats, if they're outside, maybe bring them inside tonight. Plants need to be inside as well. For our eastern communities, 13 in Andrews, 13 Murphy, 13 in Madisonville, 14 in Benton, and across North Georgia, teens, maybe some single digits across Fannin and Gilmer counties, and across northeast Alabama, anywhere from about 12 to 11 to 15 degrees, depending on where you're at, across Jackson and DeKalb. So as you can see, it's going to be very cold, well below normal. Now, as we take a look at your storm tracker, there's not going to be a lot to show, just some snow showers continuing into the Carolinas today, clearing skies, and then by Friday morning it should be clear, cold, with wind chill values down into the teens. So gusts of up to 25 miles per hour are going to lead to a very cold day here across the Tennessee Valley, but I have good news. It is going to start to warm up, and I know this video is going to be pretty short today, but there's not going to be a whole lot to talk about after today. We're going to be in alert mode, of course, for cold temperatures, a little bit of black ice this morning, especially in the higher elevations. Flurries continue until about 10 o'clock, and then the rest of the day we'll have some sunshine peeking through. The rest of the weekend, it's going to be cold each morning. Notice those overnight lows in the 20s. Friday night into Saturday morning, 20s Saturday night into Sunday morning, even into Monday morning. By next week, that's when the warm air starts to move back in. We're going to be back in the 60s, and it looks like at least over the next 7 to 10 days, we're not going to have any winter weather threats, really no heavy rain threats, and no severe threats. So things are going to be relatively calm, and then it may turn cooler again heading into the first week of March. So I'm going to watch that pretty closely. And again, the spring equinox, not until March 20th, and we've been known to get winter weather in March. We've also got plenty of severe weather in March as well, so it's usually a pretty busy month, so there's going to be more to come. I'll do a deep breakdown of the pattern tomorrow. That's the plan, and we'll talk more about that. But stay warm today, and thanks for tuning in.